Never underestimate something you cannot see, because the smaller it is, the more deadly it can be. This invisible thread is Professor William Wang's invention. It is called the Flying Blade. It is made of nanomaterial, sharp enough to cut steel like paper. Its thickness is only 1/10 of a human hair. But if these blades are placed side by side across a river, they can even slice a huge ship in half. Earlier, experts tried every possible way to get the hard drive from the ship called Judgment Day. They needed the data stored inside completely intact. They tried ball lightning and nerve gas, but those only worked in small areas. The crew still had time to destroy the hard drive. They even considered a neutron weapon. It could knock everyone out instantly, but it would also damage the hard drive. Just when the military experts ran out of ideas, Captain Mike proposed a bold plan: use the flying blades to cut through the entire ship. But there was one big problem. The number of blades was very limited. The distance between each blade could only be set at 50 centimeters. That meant the operation had to happen in daytime. At night, people lie down to sleep, but during the day, whether walking or crouching, a person's height is always more than 50 centimeters. Because this massive weapon looked like a Chinese instrument called a guzheng, the mission was named the Guzheng Plan. The day finally came to welcome the Judgment Day ship. The engineering team had already installed huge pillars on both sides of the canal. Parallel flying blades were mounted between them. To avoid harming other ships, the blades were lowered underwater before the target arrived. Professor William Wang sat in front of the monitors, nervously waiting for the ship to appear. When the last civilian ship left the canal, dozens of flying blades were lifted at the same time. The Guzheng Plan officially began. Soon a massive ship slowly moved toward the blades. This was the target. Judgment Day, the mobile base of the Earth Trader Group, ETO. The captain suddenly felt uneasy. His instincts warned him that something was wrong, but radar showed nothing. His eyes saw nothing. He chewed a piece of gum, thinking he was just too tense. He had no idea they had already entered a countdown to death. The flying blades made no sound. No one noticed the danger. Only the thick steel hull being sliced open burst into red sprays. One rebel after another was silently cut apart. At the back of the ship, ETO's leader Evans knew nothing about what was happening. A suddenly cracked wall caught his attention. Before he could react, his jacket split into two pieces. He looked down. A clean, straight cut appeared across his waist. That was the mark left by the nanoblade. Knowing he could not survive, Evans instinctively tried to destroy the Trisolaris data. But with just a small movement, his body separated. After the entire ship passed through the blades, it continued forward for a short distance, then slowly began to fall apart. With a terrifying sound of twisting steel, the ship collapsed like a stack of sliced bread with its wrapper removed. In the end, it became nothing but scrap metal. No one on board survived. As for the hard drive storing the Trisolaris information, even though it was cut by the flying blades, the cuts were extremely thin and clean. After repair, the complete data could still be fully recovered.